Hello and thank you for watching this video. It's now been a few hours since the conclusion of the Jeddah F1 Grand Prix. I'm in a lot better shape to reflect on it right now than I was right after the race. I have to start by saying, if you've seen the last two races, you can't help but to agree that the new rule changes have done their job. It's been amazing close racing. Now, I said prior to the season, and if you've been a fan of racing, you realize one thing about close racing. It requires a lot more focus and it requires a lot more mental and physical strength. So you shall see in due time that that's going to make a big difference in the outcome. I have to start by saying congratulations to Max Crybaby Verstappen for a great race, for sticking with it, and luckily, due to a driver that I call the most dangerous driver on the grid, and I absolutely said it and believed it and talked about it prior to the race, Alex Albon is absolutely one person that you should be always very careful when he is in front of you or behind you. If you doubt that, just go back and look at Albon. He will absolutely get you in trouble from ahead of you or behind you. And for that, he's gifted Max Verstappen a win. There's no doubt Charles Leclerc is absolutely on point with his Ferrari. I mean, this guy has not done a step wrong. We've seen Max lock up his wheels. We've seen Max complain as usual, which is why I call him Crybaby Max. He cries all along the way to the end, to the checkered flag. He's crossing the white line. Keeps on yapping. Sorry for the fans of Max Verstappen, but that's who Max Verstappen is. Charles is focused. It's absolutely amazing. I am absolutely stunned by how focused and how good a driver Charles is. I knew he was a good driver, but I know also he made mistakes in many tracks that I felt he even called himself stupid, which is kind of humbling that he actually agreed he called himself stupid many times in the past. Charles is really in charge. Max was a lucky dude today. With that, you have to say to Sergio Perez, he was unfortunately unlucky. But that's racing. The virtual safety car cost Sergio Perez what could have been a possible win after the first pole position. Going back to that, what can I say except to say, before anything else, Sir Lewis Hamilton had an amazing race. From the get-go, he'd moved as close as 7. Unfortunately, for the virtual safety car, he missed the pit entrance by 300 meters. And for that, unfortunately, despite all his effort, he was only able to get to a 10th place. And I say only because that's incredible with the hindrance that I feel the Mercedes car is going through right now. Russell, great job. He did the best he could, and obviously he was 5th. I have to say that Sergio Perez, again, deserved better, in my opinion. I would have loved to see him 2nd instead of Max Verstappen. But Max Verstappen is a lucky crybaby. And then Carlos Sainz has not been on par as much as Charles. And I think so far this year, he's proven, unlike last year, that Charles is at another level. Really, I think so. Now, I want to say the following. Ever since preseason, when there were rumors and confirmed rumors pretty much, so it became pretty much real, that Jean Todt had intended and had planned to join Ferrari. I always, for that reason, it confirmed what I always suspected. Jean Todt is a Ferrari Insider. As a matter of fact, I used to call the FIA, F for Ferrari, I for Insider. It's a Ferrari Insider. I can only help but believe that Jean Todt knew ahead of time that the 2022 Ferrari will be one to be reckoned with. I just cannot help but believe that. That's what I believe. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but I'm telling you from my own personal opinion that I think I'm glad he wasn't allowed, only because the current Ferrari CEO is not a big fan. And I think Jean Todt would have disturbed the hierarchy of leadership with Ferrari and Matteo. And he would have taken credit for Ferrari's achievement. And I still believe he played a role because he was from the inside. He knew everything from every team. It may sound like I'm accusing the guy, but I'm just doubtful of the FIA. And that's a personal opinion. Now, Mercedes, I am surprised because Mercedes was the only team in the off-season that every so many weeks, 2 weeks, has a round table or some type of YouTube talk show about why they felt the rule changes was going to be good and they were on top of it. I mean, it almost seemed to me that Mercedes was bragging. They were bragging that they were going to be hugely successful. Yes, it's only been 2 races, and I'm telling you, never, ever, ever count the German giants out. Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton are a force. And I said it, and I'll say it again. It is my opinion that Mercedes and Ferrari will be the 2 top teams to compete for the championship. I say it again. Trouble in paradise with Red Bull. Max won today because he's lucky. He's lucky, partly. Yeah, he did drive very well, but he wouldn't have. If it wasn't the virtual safety car, Charles Leclerc would have passed Max and win the race in an amazing, sensational way. That's my belief. Why was Mercedes the only team that was so upfront? As a matter of fact, one of them even said the following: if people felt and believed that the turbo era, our dominance was due to luck, the 2022 season on is going to prove us right that we were better than luck. We were good. It was because we were good that we were lucky. So far, they haven't proven that to be the case. But I want to say this: Sir Lewis Hamilton is the greatest ever, and Mercedes is a German giant, and I still believe it's going to be between Ferrari and Mercedes. But the Ferrari car under Charles Leclerc is a very, very powerful tool. This guy is one I've never seen in the time that I've seen and watched Leclerc. And I've seen every race he's raced in Formula One. He's really a force to be reckoned with. So I'm not going to go over the next number 6 fast, because for me, this is what I felt made the race. I'm going to stick to it. Yes, Ocon and Alonso had a fight amongst them. Alonso has never been a good team player, and sooner or later, you're going to see exactly what I meant. Albon is the most dangerous driver on the grid, and you will see in very short time, he's going to prove that to be the case. Even last qualifying, I think it's P3, you could see how he passed Lewis Hamilton. He always does make very dangerous moves that may result in unexpected incidents. Albon is one to be careful around every time you see him passing him or he's passing you. That is pretty much my view. I feel a lot better. I can't wait for the next race. And thank you for watching. God bless you.